Hello world, I'm LJ and this is LJ Goes Sweden. Today it's time to talk about the latest software update from Tesla, version 2025.26.4. I also finally got this update last week during my Norway trip. I was really lucky. I received a notification that I'm able to update while I was in Molde in Norway, and there the supercharger is directly next to the Tesla service center, which has Wi-Fi. So while I was charging, the update was loading and then I was able to update it once I was busy doing something else. And now I am here talking about this version in Europe, and I can already tell you I am disappointed, to be honest. Well, of course, the big thing, Grok is missing, which is the biggest disappointment, to be honest. I really noticed that Grok is probably gonna be awesome in the car because I was using Grok on the phone while driving, of course connected to the microphone and the speakers in the car, and I was actually having great conversations, sometimes like driving 20-30 minutes without listening to music or podcast. So I'm really hoping that Grok is coming to Sweden pretty soon, and basically to the rest of the world also, of course. But now let's talk about the other things that we have. First of all, let's talk about the other big improvement, which is more like a play feature, and that is the light synchronization of the ambient light with the music. When you see the picture of this feature, you're thinking like, wow, that looks cool. You have all these different colors and you think like, okay, when I play the music, my car is really turning into like a disco ball, having different colors playing around. When using this feature, I'm going to show you right now with different music also, I am disappointed, to be honest, because it's not changing the color. Or am I just not seeing where to change the color mid-song? Especially also like different sections. So we go to the launcher, to the app launcher, Toybox LightSync, where you don't have to go to the Toybox and go to LightSync. There's also a different option. So here you have LightSync and then you have all the features. You can also just go like to your music settings, and then you have down there the button Sync Light with Music, and it will lead you to the same thing here. And then up here you have the basic options again for the ambient lighting, on, off, night only, and you can choose your generic color. Now we have green, of course it's bright outside, but unfortunately also right now we are still in the bright days of Sweden. So when it's really dark, I'm gonna at least try myself how this feature really looks when it's fully pitch black outside. We have three different options here. We have sync accent lights with music, match album art color, and then we have the rave cave maximum brightness. And the thing with the maximum brightness, I'm really curious if it actually differs the brightness that you have when you just go here to the accent lights, to the ambient lights here. Is it different to this one? So if I turn rave cave on, as you can see now, it's the same brightness. I turn it off now. Now it's off. Now it's on, same brightness. So I guess it will only show when playing music. And then we have match album art color, which chooses the color of the album. In this case now I have this song, which should be orange or red. So let's see match album art cover. And it's dark, probably because the song is just going right now. But let's turn off the sync light. Yeah, so it's orange now. I don't really know if you can really see much due to the brightness. But yeah, it's orange like it is there. Scroll down a few songs. Does it do white? Okay, now it's turning into some kind of a pink, flashy color. That's kind of white, right? I think that's white. We have a really dark cover. Oh, blue. Ooh, wow. Okay, blue looks awesome. But enough played around with the album art color. Let's sync it now with the music. We have a song that is definitely safe from copyright, so we just turn it on and see what happens. Now let's just turn off the rave cave while it's playing the drop, just to see the difference. I turn it off in 3, 2, 1, go. Do you see any difference? I personally don't see any difference. And now let's turn Rave Cave off. I don't know, maybe this feature is awesome when you have a night drive, because not only probably it's gonna look really bad on camera, it also looks really bad while sitting in the car, to be honest. I really don't feel the mood at all of this light going up and down. If it would go like really different colors, then it would be maybe cool, but during daylight driving, ambient flashing, I don't feel it, to be honest. I really don't feel it. I don't know. I was expecting so much more from seeing this feature on the picture. You know what's going on. It's always like this. So if it's a good song and you really feel the mood, I can understand that it's awesome during night drives. But during daylight, I have to say that the whole ambient light in general is unfortunately right now not really useful. It's just, I don't know, an interior light that I have never on, because I don't like it that much that I would say like, oh, that adds a lot to my car and to my driving. I already said that during my wish list for the features of 2025. I want them to include features that are useful, help during navigation. So for example, when you have to make a right turn or a left turn, have an animation running through the LEDs that shows you, hey, you have to turn here. That would be something that is, in my opinion, pretty cool. Or for example, have also like a charging bar shown up there. For example, when you're charging your car, have it be shown in the front. However, I have to say this because it's very important. All the complaints I'm making right now are on such a high level. I really value all the software updates that Tesla is giving us. They are giving this for free. They are giving this to us like every quarter basically. And it's nice. I really value and I really love Tesla for giving us these updates. But for me, it's important to give my own opinion based on the quality of each update and what they give us. And especially here in Europe, we didn't get Grok, so this is basically the most crazy feature. That's what I can say. But now, enough said about the light sync feature. Let's talk about the other features and continue with Dashcam update. It basically gives you back the option to adjust the playback speed of your dashcam footage. That was already a feature back in time, then they switched the way how the dashcam viewer was set up and it was removed. Now it's back. So let's go back to the video where I scratched my underbody just for you guys. So we have two more options now. We have the playback speed here and we have this, which however in my opinion, yeah, okay, it really does not give that much of a... This is like the whole video and here it's cutting off the video but giving you a bit more space up there. So I'm not sure if that... I would have loved to have like a whole full screen of this footage, but it seems like you cannot do anything. You cannot zoom in, zoom out. And then we have the playback speed. So we have ×2. Oh, it's kind of lagging here. So ×2. We have ×0.5. Okay, would be nice to have like a you know, like on YouTube you have a double tap to the right and to the left. That would be kind of cool. Like they have the 15-second skip here. In this case here, I have to say I'm very happy. The only wish I had would be to have it really full screen. Look at this. Oh, look at the view. Beautiful Norway. Maybe it would be cool to have like all 6 tires next to each other here over the top when you have like a full screen. Next thing we have is site info at arrival. And I have to be honest, I don't really have that much of these things in my area. I tried checking out some of them in Norway and it was kind of hard to see, but now apparently you have new icons in the chargers list that indicate, like, for example, valid service, pay to park, for example, parking garage, access codes, things like these. I think in Oslo we have some that might be a bit different. Here, for example, we have Zone F and also pay to park, and there it also says it's a garage, so level P2. These things are definitely very valuable. I also hope they show these when you're arriving, because when you're arriving at a normal supercharger, usually they show you if there's one broken. Or here, for example, also pay to park, 50% off parking fee first hour. That's also good to know. And I think this one, yeah, here you have also an access code after 11 p.m. They even show it twice. Very valuable. So that's a very good improvement in my opinion. And then we have, I think, a few minor things left, which is first of all, the audio settings update. So you have like now the option to have presets. So when you go on the audio settings, it now pops up in this whole interface here. You have a new audio setting down here, which was, when I remember correctly, not available before. It was implemented like as a pop-up. It seems kind of squeezed in here, to be honest. Like, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it's fine like this? Or do you also think it's kind of squeezed? Because, like I said, it's fully fine, but in my opinion, the old one was also cool to have. But okay, don't worry, so you can now create presets here. I have not played around with anything because usually I'm not a person that is like so audiophile, that wants to have like too much. When I really go crazy, I just turn the bass basically to 8 and have some fun, but the usual is just like this. Auto, standard, this is probably all saved in this setup here. Then we have the accent lights. Like I said, you click on here and then you go back to the other thing. You have your options that are all basically from the old pop-up, just converted here. So yeah, you can show or hide your sources that you don't need. And allow mobile control. Well, that's interesting. What does this mean? And balance is also now part of this, but as you can see, it's just up there. Basically the switching, the rest is the same. In my opinion, definitely a very cool idea to have the preset available now. The implementation in this the implementation away from this pop-up to this setting here is also fine in my opinion, because in the end you want to have one unified look through everything. And that is definitely given with this thing. So in my opinion, it's good. It's just not something that I'm used to. And then the last thing that we have officially on the list is the onboarding guide. It helps you getting familiar with your car if you're new to the Tesla space, and it gives you just some easy setups and everything. So you go to controls, service, and onboarding guide. So we go to controls, service, and then we go to onboarding guide. I don't even know if this is really new, but let's see. Oh, wow, okay, it's really a different interface. Interesting. This guide takes about 10 minutes to complete. Swipe down from the top of the screen to exit. Okay, interesting. That's really, okay, that's actually a cool thing. So start, adjust seat positions, move the slider to adjust the seat height, and I just skip through these now, right? Use the left, use the right, Adjusting steering wheel, yeah. Wait, does it actually... Wait. Use the left scroll to adjust the steering wheel position. Does it do it right now? Wow. Okay, that is pretty awesome. That is pretty cool. Because if you have really the option to just do this all in one, that is amazing. I really like that. Shift into drive. This is demonstration only. The vehicle won't shift gears. Oh, wow, I have to try this. Slide up. Slide into reverse. Oh man, I don't really know if you can see it because of the reflection, but this is awesome. I like it. So I went through the whole manual onboarding guide. This is a really helpful feature for someone who is totally new to the space, especially that you can adjust all your settings, mirrors, steering wheel, seat, in this guide without clicking through the settings. Of course, as a normal Tesla person, you don't use it. I definitely agree to that. But it just makes this whole step to a Tesla even simpler. I hope that they probably gonna show this like to everyone. When you buy a car, it just pops up, you click through it, you can set up everything already. That's all the features that we have on the list. But there are some hidden features as well. First, we have an improvement in the car wash mode. Back in time, there was an issue that people were cleaning their cars and apparently the windows were open and it was not recognized. Now, the windows are also recognized here in car wash mode. There it says windows, and when I now open the window, driver window open, I open the passenger window, 2 windows open, I open the back, 3, all open. Front passenger window open, I close it, and it's closed. And now I close the back, rear passenger side window open, and rear driver side window open. Okay, that works pretty good. Then we have an unfortunate news apparently, which I don't know about, but which I haven't checked myself. Apparently the battery health test has been removed from Teslas, but not from all, so I'm gonna check on mine. Battery health, your battery is healthy, is within the expected range, your vehicle is high voltage. You can optionally run the battery health test to compare your battery's energy retention to when it was new. To perform this test, your vehicle must remain connected. Once the test complete, the range estimate display Expire, you have, yeah, once results expire. So it seems like I still have this test right here. Apparently not everyone has this feature anymore. I will still double check in the service mode to just see if it maybe was removed there. So I check service mode and either I am blind, which could be, because the service mode has a lot of options and I always, like, if I look for things, I basically have to click through everything to just understand where it should be. But in my high voltage system, I don't see the option of testing when I click through all the different ones there. So maybe it was actually removed from here, but I still have it on the other ones. Now we have one last feature which I have never tried also, and that is that the ambient lighting apparently should now pulse red when you have the sentry mode on. Having my phone next to the car will not work. I have to go away and see if we can actually activate it. I will be fast and just see if we can make it work somehow. Let's see if it actually turns on. Oh yeah, there it goes. Now it's turned on. I don't know if you can see it. It says sentry and the red light is on. It's pulsing. Yeah, I can see it pulsing. Maybe you can see it as well, but I definitely see it maybe here in the back seats where it's still a bit darker. The red light turned on, and of course on the screen also sentry activated. Guys, there you have it. These are all the features of Tesla's latest update 2025.26.4. What do you think? Like I said, my resume is unfortunately kind of disappointing for like this big summer update, but still I'm very, very thankful for Tesla offering us all these features for free. Thank you Tesla very much for all these features. I'm looking forward for the next update just to discover new things that you are thinking of that you can implement. And also to you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. We're gonna see each other back in the next video. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you're thinking of the features, and of course also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more about Tesla, about their updates. But enough said now guys, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.